Hey, you talk about respecting the hustle, Gemwedge, but not once have you offered me a lucrative business opportunity like this gentleman. He's mad, isn't it? Bots are going mad lately. But I think they're aimed to give me... I think they're aimed at channels with, like, less than X amount of viewers, right? So we only get them in the, like, minute or two before you lot shuffle in. So, but imagine what it's like for people that are just starting streaming. They're sat less than 5 viewers or whatever. It must just be constant shit. Jamwedge, Shothan, Bear, Mindright, Azar. Welcome to the stream. How are we all? It's just a weird thing to see, like, the idea of viewers being talked about, like imagine if I was to talk to somebody I wanted to collaborate with or whatever. Says the guy who never wants to collaborate with anybody. And I was like, yeah, I've got these, like, this Jamwedge and this Sothan guy and this Bear guy. They're like real good subbers, so I'll, like, trade them to you for something in return. Like, it's just it's a mental thought process, right? Also, what have I got to offer in this place? I don't even have any real ones. Still not convinced you lot are real. Sothan, did you sleep well, my dear? Right, final day of the forest this week. Of course, we're back on Monday, but for this week at least, this is the final day. And I am not going to get distracted by building. I'm not going to get distracted by zip lines and fucking about with Kelvin. We're going to go out and we're going to go to this cave that advertises a shovel. And we're going to get the shovel and we're going to dig up that mystery thing in the north. However, I would like to get one deer hide before we go so I can finish building my comfortable chair on the veranda. That's all. Just one deer hide. How hard can it be? Just a little bit of hunting to start things off. And I could do just a couple of sticks, so Sothan's firewood thing. This thing. So we've got all this pleasant view, look, it's lovely out here. Hell's that? The duck or something. And we just need a firewood storage, and then I need one more deer hide to build this chair. Then I can sit here on the midstream break and we can all appreciate the beauty. Is that Cannibal or is it Virginia? Virginia. They're about to get back to studying. Good stuff, Sothan. Hopefully you're feeling a bit better. Because look at the bottom left. I don't want to be like traipsing around with gather sticks and animal hides in the bottom corner, right? A moose for moose marbles. I don't know if you can get moose in this game, though. We'll have to look around for clues. Right, if you were a deer, where would you hide out? I don't even know if I've got many arrows for this. Can I make some arrows? That's probably the best thing to do. Put feathers in, put stones in. I don't have any stones either. And then put sticks. Alright, I'm going to have to go out and find some sticks. Have we got any sticks local? Where's the best place to shoot a deer for an instant kill? They're like very sensitive on the very tips of their tails, aren't they? Problem is, if you sit around in this game looking for prey, let's go out and get some sticks, then you just attract cannibals. Look, there's already cannibals here. Fucking cannibals. I did build like a little thing to stand on. Let's go. I'm just going to nip into these woods and get some sticks. Where's Kelvin? Do we have sight of Kelvin? It's miles away. I can hear stuff running around. But get some sticks, make some arrows, hunt a deer. Happily ever after. Just one deer hide. Is it safe over here by the downed helicopter? I could only assume so. I need a couple of little pebbles as well, don't I? Some small pebbles. Nice bit of casual hunting to ease it. And then tomorrow we're going back to Finland, where apparently there's been a pretty substantial update. What do we want to find when we go back to Finland tomorrow? The full story. Grandma's going to call. She's back alive. Do you know what I think that game needs the most? It needs voice lines for Suski. Not Suski. Salty. Like, it needs a bit of life in PSK that isn't Martin wandering around, being detestable. Questionable mushrooms? I can eat mushrooms off the floor and be safe. I cannot. That hurt somewhat. That's damaged my health. Any more sticks? I don't think just looking for sticks on the floor is the best way to do this. Oh god, I walked into a cannibal camp. Oh god, that's Virginia. Run! Am I safe? I keep thinking I can hear stuff running around me, but it's squipped out. I am not. What is that? Is that just a normal cannibal wearing a hat? It is, okay. God, he's aggressive, and I've got no armour on. See, the other way to make armour in the first game was by using deer hide, but if I had deer hide, then we wouldn't be on this mission in the first place. Is he on his own? No, he's not. Is that another cannibal? Because I wouldn't mind learning to fight, but the second you start... Oh, no, there's another one. Go home, quick! The second you start learning to fight, they go and bring in another 17 cannibals, then it all goes to... It all starts to look like a fight that Stubbler can't win. Alright, well, luckily they've not worked out zipline technology yet, but the more they see me, the more they're going to become a danger. Lovely sticks. Can you just hold this down and put loads in? Oh, you can. That makes things a lot easier. Alright, loads of arrows. Ooh. Scuff, welcome to the stream. Have you removed? Can you just keep making? Yeah. My psychotic has killed like 50 cannibals one day and increased your aggro massively. I'd love to be strong enough to do that, but I've got to put it on insane difficulty as a first playthrough, so I'm still in the learn how to kill cannibals phase. But maybe, as you say, that's keeping me out of trouble instead of putting me in more. Armor's a problem, though. Now there's tons of cannibals. I tell you what I might do. Let's set up a zipline escape in this direction. Maybe like onto the side of the building or something. If I can find something far enough away. Trim. Nobody's ever been that excited for a forest stream. Like, you need to dial it back to a believable level for somebody that might be excited about somebody playing The Forest. Trim, good afternoon. There we go, that's better. More relatable. Right, can I find a distance over there where I can stick? I had the zipline connected over there in the past. What's changed? Oh. And then... Good. Turns out you have to reload it. Can I maybe find a point in the distance? No? So we've got one to escape in that direction if the cannonballs appear. Okay, I need 7 more. How is that distance too big? This game's lying. I wonder, can I attach that there? And if I go in the water, will it detach? Yeah. Oh, shit. I've not done anything to you, Trim. Not for hours. And the one thing I have done to you today won't be noticeable until the post shows up. I now can't wait to sit in Discord in 24 days and not talk to anyone. You can be patient. Especially in WoW-related stuff, because you waited, what, 6 years to get to 60. Alright, we've got 2 exits from the island now. The house is kind of coming along, but despite what Sothan says, it's ugly as dicks. We should have waited longer. Are we going to have a grumpy Trim on this one? Right, where is this? I need a deer. I've got loads of arrows now. I've got no excuse. You would think that given I'm living around a water source, that deer would be quite plentiful in this area, but there is none. Like, in my mind, deer would exist around the outside of water, bodies of water, and woodlandy area. See, there are traps to kill animals, but is there a deer trap, maybe? I can no longer, like, run them down with the axe, like I can in the first game. Like, deer hides are all over the place, and you just filled up on deer armour made of deer hide. But I don't know if that's an option in this one. Well, it is, but sorry, no, it's not much of an option, because the deer are so friggin' rare. There's a skunk. Have I just been shot by a skunk? I'm going to let him live. Now my screen's all dark around the edges because I stink. I bet that's attracting cannibals as well. If the woods start filling up with cannibals because of that deer, I'm going to just go play something else. Somebody think of something for me to go and play when it happens. Smelling in real life doesn't affect the game. It certainly did when I had pockets full of meat in 7 days and got chased around. Okay, look, this is prime deer area. I even built this little like ledge where I could sit. Alright, rate the stream from 1 to 10 if I just sit here like this until the deer shows up. I'll just sit and drink coffee and stare into space. Paula says 11, Trim says 8. I don't like how quick on the draw you were with that stuff. Paula, good morning. I'm very visible, though, up here, apparently, according to the visibility marker thing. Can you not make stealth armour in this? Make a ghillie suit. Hey! You could do that in the first game. You did it with leaves, right? The leaves not in the inventory. There they are. No, they are. There. Tell me you can't make armour with this. I've got 1,000 fucking leaves. What's the other thing? Cloth. I've got 55 cloth. Why have I just forgotten everything from that first game? It's because that first game was shit and I didn't like it. So all the knowledge has disappeared. Yeah, it's showing up in green on the armour slots at the bottom, though. I don't know if this is good for stealth, though. I think it's just like the most basic armour you can get, but if it blocks one attack, it's useful on this stupid difficulty. Just sounds like a normal Doomhaus stream. Shaggy Dan, good morning. I mean, I'm willing to make the most boring stream possible if I can get a deer hide just so I can finish this chair. Alright, we're full armoured for the first time in the game. Very green, look. And it barely did anything to my stealth level. Probably because I've been sprayed by a skunk. Okay, let's go deeper into the woods. Let's put, because if you go into the bushes, look, you go in full stealth. I think there's actually quite a good stealth mechanic in this. Yeah, I meant wearing full leads. No, because that more smelly. Oh, a ticket for Wembley yesterday. 70 quid. Look how optimistic you are when playing this. Well, it's hinting at a better stealth system. But it's still a forest game. I can hear footsteps, but that sounded like a small animal. You play a hunting game on stream once, Trim, am I? Like a proper hunting game, didn't you, at one point? seem to remember a clip of you bipping some bird flying over. Call of the Wild. There you go. This is better than Call of the Wild. Snap that bird in one shot so you remember it as well as I do, evidently. You watch it every morning. What's this? Golf carts. But no deer. Maybe the deer would ride in the golf carts. And they've got a nest. Deer's nest, I think, don't they? In trees. Ooh! A cave that's not on the map. Okay, I've been distracted from my distraction. But that's fine, because it's a deer. I think I hear one. Everybody stay down. Keep quiet. That's a cannibal! Get in the cave, get in the cave, get in the cave, get in the cave, get in the cave. We're fine. You let that COVID go, which apparently caused the world no end of grief when 2020 came around. It's a shame I never played a game with crows in it at the time. It's been brilliant. For a string tail. Call of the Wild. Yeah, it's Modern Warfare. Call of the Wild Modern Warfare. Well, I found a cave that I didn't know existed, so I think we'll stay in here until that cannibal outside's gone. Then we'll go outside and get back involved with the very advanced stealth system. Anything in here? Shovel? Blue key card? Goes deep. I'm assuming there's solanite or whatever it is down here, maybe? There's a growling sound. Beelzebub? This just goes straight down really quickly. I'm enjoying that. Is that a white? Is that a strip light of some kind? Hello? What? Can I go in? Okay, I've made a bit of a revelation. Oh, my fire's gone out. 500% volume change for the bats. I love it. I've been struggling on the surface for food, and this has been down here this whole time. I'm gonna get the big boy out for this. Look at the infrastructure below this island. Steak bites. We've got some steak bites. Food for tonight's event only. They were hosting events here? That's not even a cannibal, is it? That's just a gentleman that was slaughtered. I mean, a lot of people have been slaughtered in here, but by what? Do not leave the freezer door open. Yeah, because Lara Croft's butler will get locked out. I'm nowhere near. Oh, I can't fucking tell, can I? This is another blue keycard access door. Questionable meat, energy. I could do with an energy bar, actually. I'm a bit low on. What's that stuff? Raw oysters. Yeah, let me throw an energy bar down because I'm not going to be able to sleep down here, am I? Maybe another one. Anything to drink? Intelligent life. Look, everything's covered in this, like, spermy stuff. Just don't do it again, Scuff, it's fine. What? I mean, this is good, though. Because this is a destination to come to when we finally get one of the blue key card. But where the fuck is the blue key card, I wonder? And why did they eat the people but leave the bananas? And this looks like... I'm assuming that this is the kitchen, and then there's some kind of, like, ballroom or events room through here. What's that sound? Oh, the fire alarm went off because the sprinkler in the storage room went off where we are currently. Right. Entertainment bunker needs blue key card. We'll call this... Name this cave. Deer Cave. Because I was hunting deer when I looked for it. Deer Cave needs blue key card. Alright, that paid off. Going hunting. We've got some food and stuff, but no deer. I'm actually glad that cannibal chased us in there in the end. Put the torch away, we don't need it anymore. Right, one more deer hide, and then... See, what I'm hoping is that we get the shovel digs up that whatever it is that's buried in the north, and then there's a blue keycard in there, and then we can further progress deeper into the facility, or whatever. We'll call it the facility. It looks half mining operation, this, and half like swanky getaway. What's the British word for torch? Did you say torch for flashlight? Both. This is a torch, and the other thing's a torch. Yeah. Just a thing that emits light when you're walking around. Alright. Ooh, my brain's full of possibilities now. If I could just find a fucking deer. Not you. No, I don't want her to be following me around, because the more she follows me around, I'm assuming my stealth's less and less effective. Come on, just one deer. I'll carry on. Welcome to the stream. 110 streak. Actually, that's a point. People on high streaks, have they slowed down since 110? The announcement options, I mean. Maybe it's like 150 now or something. Then 200. I'll carry on, I will. So even above 120 or whatever as are, it's just every 5 streams and it stays that way. I was wondering if there was some threshold where it goes up some. And there might still be, but nobody's hit it yet. Where are the deer, though? At least up to 135 it stays constant. Oh, so you get a little marker that says your next announcement is in. That sounds like a deer. It's a rat. Alright, let's go back home. We'll sleep. Can I have one deer? We'll do story progression. I just want one deer. You're a dead deer? No, you're mushrooms. I think this road leads back. It's like just to the right side of the mountain. It's so fucking dark. I've been playing mostly Xbox games for a long time off stream. 360 games. 15 years old or plus. On the original console. And it's the contrast between like Red Dead on that generation of hardware and this visually. It's blowing my mind a bit. It's got me complimenting the forest. Surely I can get the jump on a deer out here. Shall we look into setting some traps? Like, we'll maybe set some traps on the edge of the forest. I don't think I've ever seen a deer out here. Why do I never travel? I never travel on this side of the river, do I? Or very rarely. There's no zip line that connects out to here or anything. I tell you what we'll do. Let's do what I've told the story a million times of what our dad did in Red Dead. He had no idea about the limitations of video games. So when he came across the fishing in Red Dead, he just used all his fishing knowledge that he had in real life to pick where, what time, what elevation, what type of water, what bait and everything for a pike that he decided he wanted. And he was right, and he got a massive one. So let's just treat this game, which is about a fifth as detailed as Red Dead 2, as if the hunting is going to be semi-accurate. Which I don't think it... And it's more firewood, don't I? I won't be comparing, Trim, don't you worry. But Red Dead didn't let us down in that instance. So let's give the forest ample opportunity to let us down. In a way that Red Dead didn't. Can I put the remainder of these sticks on here? One. Let's save. And let's sleep. What I really don't want to see is autumn leaves outside today. Good morning, forest. No autumn leaves, I see. Lovely. Any sticks kicking around, though, so I can at least finish that thing. And then all I need is one deer hide. Balls. Nice having full armour on, though, even if it's shit. Maybe skipping straight to bone armour was the reason I was struggling so much. Sticks. Good. So what kind of trap do I need for a deer? Because you can make animal trap, like rabbit traps and stuff. But I don't know if a trap designed specifically for a deer. Like, there was a stick outside the door that whole time. So then, your firewood storage thing is complete. Is it just a case of sticking this stuff on it? Hell, I fell over the map. What are we doing here? Why am I so low down? I was crouched. So I think what you do is you start. This is the firewood it wants, right? Yeah. Good, because I've got loads of these like little pissy logs that I don't want. Stop crouching. I need a stereo for the house. Like, I've had a load of stereos that I've just thrown away. Should have taken the whole log in thinking about it, but swinging the axe inside the house is nerve-wracking. What? This could fit hold loads. This is the tactic. Look, good. trapping deer should be easy. But it's about finding the fucking things. Or finding a place where they're common. Maybe they're around flowing water. Like running water as opposed to still water like the lake. We could do a lap around the river to the south. The one you can hear over the falls outside the veranda. 4 more. Two things are too loud in here. The bats in the caves and the raid sound. Cheeky, welcome to the stream and thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. Look, I've got a log storage, Cheeky, in my quaint house and I still can't find a fucking deer. Hopefully everybody's well. Welcome in. Make sure you're following Cheeky if you haven't already. Cheeky, I got a question. Have you been swamped by bots lately? Like, whenever I start the stream for the first, 5 minutes, it's just endless. I'll get some water for the trip, actually, before we set off. Then I'm off deer hunting. I'm going to make this work. You have, this week in particular just seems mental for it. Well, yesterday we had 3, I think, in the first 60 seconds. Right, I'll just wait for this water to boil and I'll fill my water thing and we'll get off. While that's boiling, traps. Are you traps? Are you traps? No. That's because it's over on this menu. Traps. Small animal trap. No. Fish trap. No. Bone maker trap. Fly swatter trap, maybe? How big is that? See, what I wonder is, with the rabbit trap, you don't put rabbit traps on in a place where there's rabbits. You put the trap down and rabbits just appear in it every now and again. Maybe we are overthinking this. They started in Kick first. Immediately when you go live, you get a few, and then it's migrated to Switch. I feel like they use Kick as a testbed for bots before you use it. Good old Kick. So you're streaming on there as well? Do you stream everywhere, yeah? Oh no, I've taken a floorboard out. That was a mistake. Oh, tell me I can put that back in. What is that? Can I actually not put a floorboard back in under the... That is... Oh, there. Sorry. Okay. I panicked a little bit. We're fine. Trim, calm down. It's alright. It's only a trap. And then we'll drink. Yeah, that's the thing, though. It's the same for me, though. Like, you go live, and in the first sort of 40 seconds, it's just full. I wonder if they're targeting streams with 0 viewers. So when you first go live, for a brief period before people filter in, there's nobody there, right? And you like, qualify or whatever. Right, then, let's cook up some of this meat before it goes bad. No, of course, Trim, you sat there with 4,000 viewers. Oh, I thought you meant your man. I feel like I'm getting better quality sleep in this house as well as we put in the effort to build it up proper. There's one called the Sothan as well, which it's just incoherent babble. So I think that might be like an early version that's kind of low tech. Can I throw that stone over the edge? Got it. thought the Sothan was a notorious pirate. No, that was notoriously bad at Pilates. One at the back I can eat, give me that. Oh, it's burnt, brilliant. Too busy talking to Sothan and he's crashed the bus. Bloody green food. That was dumb. Let's go set traps along the river. I finally found something interesting in this earlier while I was trying to hunt for animals. I still need one deer hide to finish my chair. There it goes, cooked. Good. What a beautiful, majestic animal. Resilient. Good afternoon. I found out earlier that Pilates was made up for a late 90s rom-com. But a bunch of people in LA decided to open classes and it became a thing. And they say influencers only became a thing recently. Yeah, like basketball. Didn't realise Space Jam was. It's crazy that Space Jam was so influential that the sport looked so fun that they went for it. It's like Quidditch, isn't it? Right, we're in stealth. I'm going to hunt down this river and I'm going to find a deer. Because deer, you would imagine, need water. And they would prefer running water to still water. If they prefer sparkling water to still water, then they deserve the arrow that's going through their skull. Look at the fish jumping and stuff. I'm so conflicted. Do you know when you meet somebody that's like really beautiful but their personality stinks? That's what this game is to me at the moment. I keep getting absolutely blown away by how good it looks, but it still stinks like the forest. Have you met yourself? Thank you, Paula. See, either way that I take that is half compliment, right? You lot are nice to me. 50% of the time. Okay, I've got no Virginia with us either. Backhanded compliments. Well, compliments are banned, especially when Sothan says them, so they have to have a little bit of insult buried deep. The last people who tried to hunt for deer. I'm getting nervous at this point. I do find a deer finally, kill it, and then get slaughtered by cannibals on the way back and get the skin stolen. That sounds like footprints. Yeah, there's cannibals in the water down the river. Shit. Alright, well, we're stealthy. Completely inconspicuous walking across here. Shit, that guy's coming this way. Oh, he's fine, he's leaving. I've not found many fucking deer, have I, by the waterside? Now Virginia's running about. Right. What do you want? Fly swatter? That looks expensive because you need vodka. It's probably fire related, but to set the deer on fire because it'll probably damage the skins. Where do we set the trap? I don't know if setting the trap too close to the house is a good idea because I've never seen a deer near the house. Maybe on those rocks down there, but then again, it's not a thoroughfare, is it? And I think it might benefit from being in a place where things have to. Tell you what, if I could build this now, I'm gonna build it. Shit, it stinks. And I'm going to tempt that dickhead back there over it. How many sticks do I need? 7 sticks. Because I never really played too much with traps in the first game. The only traps I really did build, they only caught me. 3 more sticks. Virginia, just stop attracting stuff. Stop picking back. I don't need any. Oh, that's the cannibals. Give me a stick. Give me a fucking stick. He's following Virginia, look. Right, I'm going to get in stealth. Just run off into the woods. Is it set though? Do I have to set it? Boo! Boo! Come and fight me! Yes, I know there's a cannibal there. He might be behind you now, Virginia. Yes, once you've stopped slaughtering Virginia, would you like to come and fight me? Am I that stealthy in this armour? Oh, you fucker. Come on. No! Ah, I can't dodge that. Did it reach? That's effective. It turned his head to mist. Okay, that's not for deer, is it? That's for I need to stock up on them. Virginia, don't. Virginia, turn. Turn at the last second. Don't go through the trap. Bit of an issue, Virginia. Yeah, let me take that out. There you go. Right, let me replace the leaf armour. Holy shit, that trap was top. Okay. So every spear that was thrown at me was blocked by one piece of the leaf armour. That's actually really good. Okay, she's back to... What's the chances a deer gets caught in that in the future? Seems low. Virginia's more likely to get caught in it. But I could make another one. Let's just make loads of them, like, along the side of the... Like, maybe in the paths, because this is a road, isn't it? If I'd have triggered that. Sticks. Do you know what this feels like? It feels like there's a bit of a sort of a predator aspect to this game if you play it correctly. I know you can accuse me of having a little bit too much faith in this game, but I wonder if you get like bedded down in the forest with all these traps set up and stuff, you could lay some right trouble for the cannibals if you leaned into it. Remember the original like trailers for Far Cry, the first one, about how it was set up as this like Rambo / Predator style. The forest is your playground kind of sandbox idea. This looks like it might actually be what they were hoping Far Cry would turn into. Well, let's see if these traps attract deer. Virginia, you're not helping. There's a bird down there near the lower one. This is where I sit here for a minute. I mean, I wonder if I cross the river, then she's not gonna... She might follow me and then not be wandering around distracting potential prey. Because distance might be involved in all sorts. It's also a much better view. But it's up slowly sliding. So them traps are set on the water's edge. And they're set at the side of a forest on a road. Would a human-led pathway deter deer or no? It's the opposite, isn't it, in the wild? I say in the wild, but in Britain, for example, they tend to stick, they make their own paths through areas, don't you? You can usually tell where deer are regular by the little path they've sort of routinely travel. And it's not like these roads are paved with street lights and a corner shop. Chaz, you made me check if it was midstream break then, you pervert. Chaz, you should see it. I've got some new traps set out down across the other side of the river in the hope to lure and catch a deer. And I lured a cannibal into one of them, and it sprang, and it turned his head into, Ribena. I've said that. Ribena's not an international reference, is it? I was trying to come up with a joke about it being the midstream break, but I got nothing. It's alright. I need you all to be extremely quiet because you'll scare away the deer. There is no fucking deer. Where are the deer? Well, even if I did invent something called deer marbles, Chaz, you're not going to get it because they're not showing up for some reason. I need one deer, then I can progress the story. But I'm trying to work out how you can hunt. Chaz, good morning. Yeah, these traps are savage, though. I'd step in one to demonstrate, but I'm nervous. I don't want it to do to me what it did to the cannibals. How does it even work? What's the mechanism there? There's another one up the hill. Tell you what, we'll leave them for now. I'll go and have a piss it out in the wilderness. When I come back, there's going to be 7 deer carcasses piled up. It'll be enough for me to finish my chair back at base, and then I'll even be able to make a nice, fancy set of armour with it. Then I can go get the shovel. See, this looks like an area you'd see a lot of deer. This looks like the area, like you were saying earlier, Bet. This looks like where you'd summon Eikthyr, or Eikthyr, however you say it. Speaking of that boss, first boss in Valheim, I remember Alkarion putting 150 grand on a prediction where I wouldn't kill that boss in the stream. He was so confident, he put so much money on my sadness and my failure. And then a one-shot. It's nice to prove the doubters wrong. Although I could do a prediction for whether or not I'll get a deer hide in the stream, and I don't think that would come off. How is it this hard to find a fucking deer? I might not be patient enough for this. But then I am patient enough for this, right? I did 2 weeks of Futufon, so what is sitting around waiting for a deer gonna do that didn't? Although I don't feel like them traps are in a terribly good position. Look at the bottom left. Although it says animal hide, I wonder if I could get animal hide from a raccoon or something and I don't need to be hunting deer. The only reason I thought I needed deer is because it looked like a deer. If I could have hunted something else and I didn't need deer this whole time, I'm going to be both ecstatic and very sad. Just wait until mating season, they'll fly across the map into everything, including heavy traffic. Hey! That's given me an idea. Why don't I get a golf cart, drive around until I see one, then just smash it to pieces with the front of the It's slightly less subtle, but it is the only way I've killed deer in real life. Yeah. First death of the day. My head crushed by the enormous bulk of a moose or something that I've smashed into. Flown through the windscreen of the golf cart. You killed a bullock with an elastic band. What was it doing with an elastic band? Did it work for Royal Mail? I did actually once hit a passing seagull with an elastic band at school. I've done a lot of things in the past, but never have I been respected as much as I was in that brief window when I hit a passing seagull with an elastic band. I was sick of the brass band. I had to zoom back out of that because I was assuming it was a Mince reference. Right, give me any animal then that isn't a deer. Anything. A raccoon. What else? Where's that skunk that shit on me earlier? I think it shit on me. That's how it happens in that instance, right? I'd take a moose at this point. I'd take a hippo. Imagine. A hippo's a pachyderm, isn't it? That's the Latin name for the family of animals, and it means stupidly thick skin. Imagine how good that would be as a chair. It'd be so durable. That happened to a friend of mine in Wyoming. First week he was there, one ran in front of a truck and damn near totaled it because it was chasing mates. Yeah, I've damaged the car a few times for hitting deer around here. Bust a fog light once, and she run over one recently and it damaged the underside of her car. But I bet the deer where you're from, or in Wyoming I should say, I bet they're 5 times the size. It'd be like hitting a horse. Go find Pablo Escobar's castle, you'll find hippos there. Oh, it's a fucking cannibal. I don't want cannibals. I want deer. And I'm just walking further and further away from the house. No. No! Why didn't I stealth? Come back! Did I hit that? Okay, back into stealth. I found 2 deer then and I fucked it. I think they went this way. I got too excited. I made fucking stealth armor. I didn't get a clean headshot. God, they're so easy to lose when they start running.
Why do Germans have such great focus? I think it's because they used to have concentration camps. I have never seen Sotan so focused. The way he bludgeoned that old lady and her dogs.
Well, the dogs shouldn't have fought back, should they? They should have learned their place. Santa, good afternoon. See, that would have been alright until Santa scared away the deer. God, look at that, man. Oh, he's got his genitals. He's laid down. He's laid down. Right, don't see me. I'm in stealth. Okay, I'm properly in stealth. It's not seen me. No! How did it... That hit the fucking thing then. Oh, there's babies and everything. Yes, fine, babies, leave me alone. I'm killing deer. Right, this is good. Oh, I've run out of arrows, you fucking idiot, Studler. Did that one just die? This is not easy. Fuck! Satan, welcome to the stream as well. Your shooting is bad, and you should feel bad. It's just proven to be bad. You're right. I can't even deny it. Right, make more arrows. Okay, now this is hard. Quick, run over it. Satan's something good have to do. There's one thing I think Sothan will deny outright is that he's had any part in that. He's constantly telling people it never happened. Drew. Is that one? That was one. That's the one that's been hit once. Okay, this is it. This is it. The hunt for a single deer has crossed 2 full fucking streams now. There. Stay in the bushes. Stay in stealth. Oh my god, that's all my health gone. All my health, all my am. That guy means business. He feels ill though. So where am I? I need to mark this location if I can. Tries to stealth, gets assaulted by a fat naked man in a bush. Alright. We know for a fact though that this is a good location for finding deer. We mark this area. Right. Put that on there. Change the icon. Deer. Yeah, deer. Good. Alright, I've actually marked deer on the map. Nice. I'm learning how to play. Just another Tuesday in another Thursday in Northern England. Our willies aren't that big. Oh, he's getting up. The worst time to go for an attack. Am I out of heals? Does my health go up while I'm sat? It does, but I don't want to wait. Virginia, do something! Virginia, get attacked! Actually, wouldn't be a bad idea. Good work, Virginia. Right, wait, get Virginia up, and then he'll attack her. And then I attack him in the gap, and if I can get him downed... Go on. I think he's still alive. Couple more. Get him with a grenade. Build some armour. The grass armour is quite good unless you're fighting one of them big fucking red fellas. Then it's no good. So we're going to build ourselves some bone armour. Them big red ones hurt. Let's make some heals too. Because I ran out of them very quickly. It's easier when the deer is trying to kill you. Deer in this game, they're all soft. Right, got some bones off it. Now, back to the deer area. Anything to eat? Let's eat. I need the stamina for chasing the deer. Let's drink. Well, nearly at the midstream break, still trying to kill my first deer. He's got an arrow in his belly. He may have got hit when you were chasing the deer. What, so I accidentally hit the big lad? Oh, have I just used all of my ropes? I'm going to need some to make more arrows. Tell you what I need to do. I need to sneak up on... one of the deer while it's like asleep, and then I need to get really close so I can go in and like just swipe its head off with the axe. This deer is very instrumental to the end game, by the way. If I don't get a deer in the first half of today's stream, I'm going to get the bad ending. Right, find some more deer. That's good. If I stay in the bushes, I need to find where the deer sat down. Where did the deer sit down? Why am I so visible? Okay, that leaf armor was actually doing a lot, it turns out. I think this leaf armor is good stealth armor. Single deer hide. We'll start heading our way back to the river as well, because I think if we go back to the river, we'll see if our deer traps have helped. I'm convinced that getting a deer is one of the easiest things in this game. It's just that everything is going wrong for you. Probably. Because in the first game, like, deer were annoying because they were just always around. Alright, it's gone dark. 3 days without without being able to find a single deer. Fucking hell. All I can think of is Stubble. Yeah, look, I'm fully stealthed in the bushes when I've got this armour on. Stuff's good. Okay, how do I get home? This way. Let's go back to our river traps. I mean, we've seen the best of Polar. If I hit him with a grenade, I'd have blown myself up and somehow the house on the lake. Now, you can't accuse me of getting distracted from doing story stuff with this deer adventure, because I did say at the start of the stream that we'd be going and finding a single deer before we got going. It's not my, like, indecision that's caused me to get distracted on this mission. It's my terrible lack of gameplay nous. Don't walk off it. I suppose that's not a cliff, I've just fallen in a pond. Right, next job, we're going to run to the river, we're going to walk up the river and back home. I also believe you said no building today. I'm pretty sure you finished building the wood storage. That was the only building I was allowing myself. Right, don't hit the traps on the riverside. We're almost there. Alright, if we see a deer, then we'll activate deer marbles, right? So if you win marbles, you get 1 point. Right, don't walk in the traps. They're up this way somewhere. Not only do I want to not walk in the traps, I want to find a dead deer in them. And if you lose, your team doesn't gain a point. Yeah, that's a good stipulation, actually. Alright then, we'll stick to that. If you see a deer in this playthrough, marbles, if you win, gets you a point towards your annual total. And if you come last, your team doesn't gain a point that day. Does that work for everyone? are these traps? They're up here somewhere. I'm so nervous I step in it. So if it hits me like it hit that cannibal before... There's one. Any deer? No, it's not triggered. Then there's another one a bit further up. Deer somewhere? Or did I miss? I think I may have missed the first one. There. Any deer in it? Fucking worthless trap bastards. Oh yeah, that's true actually. If a green was to win and lose, that that does affect things, though you've said it. Fuck, yeah, alright. I had my fingers crossed that whole time. Actually, that would kind of help balance a little bit, right? If you think about it, that would help somewhat balance. Marbles. Is that cannibal? It's a duck. Because if there was tons of greens, you'd have more of a chance of coming first, but also more of a chance of coming last. So, like, if there's 5 oranges and 20 greens, it's not as much of a significant advantage, right? Or am I getting the, like, statistics wrong here? Green win and orange lose equals net 2 points. No, because that would be if you lost a point for coming last, right? I'm not thinking of implementing this, I'm just wondering. Where's Southern? You can tell Southern doesn't love us anymore. Alright, we've slept. We're going back out. I'm going to go check these traps. So they've had a full night, and they're going to be absolutely laden with deer carcasses. There's nothing in that at all. Fucking hell, how do you get deer in this kit? Alright, well, I guess we'll just go back out to our new deer spot. I could deconstruct these traps and place them in the deer location. What do you think? Can I deconstruct these traps? Yeah. Oh, yeah, look. And then we'll... Although... Yeah, there we go. Gets all the gear back. Alright, let's take these traps in. I'm going to go move them over to Deer Alley. Used left Tom. Been doing all my typing on another keyboard. Now that I'm back to doing my typing on my desktop, the key position's different, so I keep hitting the wrong keys. So I had a question. If coming last in marbles meant that your team didn't win, couldn't win a point if you came last. Am I right in thinking that that would slightly balance out 5 oranges and 20 marbles? 20 greens? Because if you've got tons and tons of only slightly, or just a little bit, if you've got tons of greens and only like 5 oranges, you've got a very high chance of winning over the oranges, but you've also got a very high chance of coming last. Whereas the team with fewer marbles, in my mind, you'd have a lower chance of coming first, but you'd also have a lower chance of scuppering it. I'm not thinking of implementing this, by the way, everybody. I'm just trying to think it through. I feel like it would slightly balance it a little bit. Even a smidge. Not balance, 50-50, but it would go ways to making it slightly harder for the greens to dominate with tons of marbles. Aqua, welcome to the stream. Good evening. As the greens win it, they are actually. It's been a topsy-turvy year so far, but the greens are finally starting to take control and are 9 points clear. It should, in theory, Polar, right? I don't. It might not be that much, but because if you've got tons of marbles, you're more likely to be at the back and the front, right? Sort of. Right, I just need one single deer, and I've spent all of today trying to find a single deer. But we did work out that deer are quite plentiful in this area here. So I've got stealth armor on. I've got arrows. And I've got some traps that I can lay. That's what we should do first, actually. Alright, let's get the traps. I need to remember where these are put, though, don't I? What are you? What are you? What are you? What are you? You're an animal of some sort. That's just fucking squirrel. Trying to think of how I'd set up the problem. Set up what problem, Sothan, sorry? Oh, you mean the fault in my logic? It's just a yes or no, though. It's like the idea that it would make it slightly fairer. In as layman's terms as possible. Right. Sit up here. Be patient. The deer, I feel like, were in this, like, the westerly area, weren't they? For any people who played the forest before that are watching this and thinking, why is this idiot struggling to hunt deer? I've never played this before. It would actually put the oranges at an advantage. I don't think it would change who has an advantage. I think it would just slow down how often points are awarded. The oranges would be at an advantage for having fewer. Right, I'm going to put one trap here. I think I heard something running away then. And then... Don't really know yet, Aqua. I've not experienced too much. I could throw a grenade. Oh, I've got some bullets for the gun as well. Oh, this helps. Yeah, I could throw a grenade at the deer, couldn't I? I've been dropped onto this island, Aqua, because there's some very rich family that live here and have gone or that for some reason have gone missing here. And it turns out said rich family are part of some massive... It feels like they were here and they've got like some big play area for the rich set up on the island. I'm not the same person. In fact, Timmy, the son from the first game, is a grown adult and is around here. Or there's references to him around here. But I'm here as a military contractor to come and rescue the rich family. But we keep finding entrances to what seems to be a massive sprawling network of like facilities and tunnels and offices and entertainment centres and ballrooms and stuff below the island. So I think it's a bit of a holiday resort. But there's also hints that whatever they're doing here is related to interdimensional travel or something. It's all fucked up. If you fewer oranges, that means if one got first, there being less. There's less likely to get one last. But if one got last but not first, then that doesn't matter. Exactly, yeah. Because you want green scores, green wins, which would give 20 to 30. The probability that a green marble finishes first times the probability that an orange marble finishes last, which would make the probability that a green wins about 23%. But the oranges would still have a third of the chance to win. So it would gimp the Greens' chance of the team with more marbles of winning, and would slightly increase the chance the lesser team has of winning more. So it would overcorrect, yeah. Different stuff like that. The other one's charging in the basement. This one's a lot less patient when it comes to trying to find deer. That's interesting, though. See, at that point, you don't like if the Greens have got. If somebody wants the Greens to win but not themselves personally, it would make sense to not join so as not to give the lesser team the advantage, right? And that's exactly what we don't want. But that's interesting. Good timing on the question. I've been working on stats problems for the last 3 days. There you go. We just caught Sothan's brain in a particularly active moment. Right here. See, I marked this area because it was full of deer, and now there's nothing here. How hard is it to find a single deer? I'm not even finding them, let alone getting close. It was also closer to... There's one. There's this one. Alright, we're on. Tell you what. Let's go overboard. It ran this way. That's a fucking squirrel. Theory it should be sat around in the grass here. Mate, fuck off, I'm hunting a deer. Oh, he's going to scare it away, isn't he? Stupid cannibals. God damn, it's tough to find deer in this. That sounded meaty, whatever that was. Alright, what's wrong with my tactic? Of like, come into an area where I've seen some previously, laying traps. Try this strat, run through the middle of the woods. I mean, I did find one yesterday running through the middle of the woods. Should go check the trap, shouldn't I? Because I've seen deer in the area. There might be the very slightest chance that the trap's actually triggered. I need to walk towards the rock. Wherever that was, there's one. The fucking squirrel walks straight around it, brilliant. And then where's the one that I've laid next to the here? I actually think, like yesterday, just barreling through the woods is probably... There's more ammo for the gun as well. Just barreling through the woods. Oh, I thought I'd caught one. Imagine a raccoon's got... skunk's got the pelt I need. Imagine. No, just me. I love how you normally have all the patience in the world, but this time you're getting eager and anxious. I know, I've built this fucking channel on having unlimited patience. I wouldn't say smarter, Rackle, but they certainly hit harder. I've gone stupid difficulty again, and the enemies hit like trains. You know what, Chaz is right. I need to have patience. Patience is going to get me this deer hide. This fucking midstream break. Now I need to find somewhere where I can have a midstream break. Where am I going to have one? If I just sit in the woods, then I'm dying, Anna, for certain. And I've done a lot of nothing. So, fucking cannibal camp. Hey, I wonder if I can, like, smash up their buildings and get hide from that. You know what I mean? Like, maybe their tents and stuff are made out of animal hides. What I'd really like is some cave that I didn't realise existed. I should be able to hunt deer. I shouldn't be this useless. push came to shove, I could wait for winter. And then winter would... Look at it. This is a big cannibal camp, though. That is a big cannibal in the middle. Press 1 to run a heist on the cannibals while I knock down one of their buildings and steal their house. Look, it's all made of fucking flesh. So many cannibals, though. Did I get one? No. They're not attacking just yet. Nothing? No. Okay, run. There you go, mate, you're free. Run! Ooh. Okay, where am I going? I need to go somewhere where I can... Alright, get back to the house. We'll have the midstream break on the cabin. You can guarantee that I will see 5 deer on the way back. But I do have bullets now, which helps. Shoot the head, shoot the head, shoot the head. Oh! Paula, it turns out all you had to do was run through the woods. Nice. It wasn't traps, it wasn't arrows, it was just... Fucking hell, I shot a tree down. That seems a bit much. I went to the mirror and said, dear, 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 just for you. Thank you, Akko, you summoned that into existence. Alright, I'm going to go home. Run, run, run. I can finish the chair, have the midstream break, and I can officially announce we are continuing the game after. You know what, Chaz? You was talking about a lack of patience. It turns out, just sprint about like an idiot was the solution. Maybe I should have tried that sooner. Alright, thirsty, hungry, struggling. Let's get back to base. Finish the chair, test the chair out, midstream break. And then let's go get this shovel, and let's go find ourselves, hopefully, a blue key card. That would be lovely. Sprinting really does a number on your food and your hunger, it seems. Thirst and hunger. Right, I hope that, let's never have a building project that requires deer hide again. That can get fucked. Also, I've left them traps just out in the wilderness. They're guaranteed to catch me unawares. First job, let's grab some firewood, stoke the fire. I hate to say it, but Sothan was right about this fireplace. Let's save. Whew. Let's put the deer hide in, and then... I'll be back in 2 minutes. Everybody behave.
spam.
Oh, I'm starving to death. What the fuck? Oh, I'm on a chair, aren't I? The whole thing was to build a chair, and then I finally build it and get stuck on it and confuse myself. Brilliant. Right, welcome back, everybody. Last 90 minutes of forest for this week. We're going to make up for it by getting a shovel and then going and digging up that mystery bullshit in the north. What's in this can? Cheeky, I appreciate the bits. Sorry for the spam, everybody. And I can even eat the bastard that had me chasing it around this whole time. As I say, some new bullshit to try and steal a finesse. Go on then, be specific. Welcome to the new followers, by the way. Right, water. Is there still some left in this? No. Paula says, Professor Peppy. Jamwedge says, Pepsi Max Cherry. Oh, I've given myself hiccups. Fuck. Sultan says, Cloudy Lemonade. What the fuck's happened here? What? I did not put that on the fire. Where the fuck has that come from? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, next let's saw... Santa Claus. Oops. I mean, he should have watched where he was flying. Probably shouldn't leave the chimney unattended. It's dumb. I'm sorry, Mr. Claus. Cheeky says, cream soda. Right, while we're waiting for the fire to boil, the pot to boil. Oh, great. First I'll open this loot box, which is like a skin bag that the cannibals drop. I don't get it either. Some feathers. I'll take some heals, that's not too bad. Make some new, actually. Probably shouldn't stick your nose into what I do with my chimneys. That's so I'm not getting any Christmas presents this year. At least deserved them anyway. Right, are you boiled yet now? Okay. So, this is our clue. Oh, straight to it. God, I've sent Sammy to dig in this cave next. I haven't heard back. Can you check up on him and return my shovel? Which is the only... Hello! Wait, Cheeky had an idea yesterday and it was a good one. Hello! I've accidentally killed Father Christmas. What's it looking at? It's looking down there for some... I'm right here. There's a fucking house and a massive fire and zip lines everywhere and all this infrastructure. Why are you ignoring me? Turns out the island's version of Santa Claus isn't a bird. It's just our Santa in a bird fursuit. Santa, I've got bad news. You're not coming back from this. Right, put that away and then we'll just drink out of the water. Lovely. Good. Full on everything now. I feel like I'm actually getting the hang of this game, finally. Fucking 30 hours in or whatever it's been. Now, where is this cave? I want to shovel. I want to dig up some treasure. So, south of us, there is a river that heads east-southeast, and the first cave we come to. Is that not Camp Duck or whatever Kim played it? Played it. I read backwards message. It is that cave there. That's Camp Duck, though. And I couldn't get down there because I needed a rebreather. Oh, tell me I'm not locked behind a fucking rebreather again. When did you start playing? Around... This is the 10th stream, I think, Aqua. So it was the Friday game while I was playing My Winter Car for the longest time. Right, so I'm going to the cave that's got the yellow house on top of the cave. The thing directly north of me, or directly up on the map of me at the moment. Yeah, so I am about 30 hours in, but it's taken me a hell of a long time to sort of get to grips with the difficulty. To the point where I can learn the game. I think we're about there now. I'm not dying 15 times a stream like I was in the early points. No, My Winter... Oh, by the way, the drink is twisted fruit. That was a finesse, Azar, and it was with a common one. I'll take it. No, My Winter Car's not finished. I just didn't want to play it so much while it was in the early access thing. So I did 50 streams, and now I'm going to play this. But I'm going to be playing My Winter Car every Friday still, Aqua, so give it time for updates and stuff, right? In the first 50 streams, I haven't died yet, which surprises me. And the car is assembled and passed its inspection. So when I start again tomorrow, or when I play again tomorrow, we'll be starting like earning components to do the Junior Cup. Good afternoon. Yeah, you were just about to go for twisted fruits, I could tell. Oh, radio, give me a radio. We're going to have the radio on at the house all the time. So a little bit of ambience. There are cannibals around, so let's not fuck around too much. Energy drinks are good though, meds are good. Give me that tap. Full on taps. Right, I've got a radio now. Virginia, don't fuck this up for me. MREs I don't need. More energy drinks, duct tape, lovely. What does that say? The holographic tree. Am I going to another dimension? I bet I'm going to another dimension in this game. Imagine. Maybe there's like an opposite dimension to this forest universe where like up is down and black is white and the writing's good. Okay, I've saved. Okay, would you believe me if I told you that deer hunting escapade I started at the end of yesterday's stream took up the first 90 minutes for me to get a single deer? So there's me talking about why I haven't built like animal hide armor yesterday. It turns out because I'm too fucking shit to both find, trap, and kill animals. Find out next time on speculation is probably better than the actual story. That's the subtext of these games. I compared this game earlier to a stunningly beautiful 10 out of 10 person that's personality stinks. Like, you look across there and you think, fucking hell, absolute stunning. But then you spend 5 minutes with it and realise it still stinks of the forest and it's irredeemable. So yeah, I'll be back. My Winter Car will be back. And then when this is finished, I'll go back to playing My Winter Car for a bit until we've got the rally done. It's just a pleasant break. Sensational views, horrific conversation. Yes. So I'm heading over here. It looks like it's... I think it is. It's Camp Duck or whatever it was coined when we were first there. But as far as I know, there was never a shovel in here. And I needed a rebreather to progress. Which I might still... That was bullshit. Which I might still. But as the sun goes down, it's probably a good time to get in there and then not worry about the darkness. Have you got something in it for me? No? Sticks and bullshit, though, as many as I can, because we're going to need them for arrows. Yeah, chicory giggle at you, not yarrow. Right. You might remember this camp. Ah, the good old days. In fact, let me just loot up all of this cloth first. Gwendolyn showed me a setting in this game where you can normalise the audio so it doesn't scare the shit out of you like that every time, but I feel like it needs to scare the shit out of me to keep me on my toes. Right. This is the reason we're here. We found this email that said, I sent Sammy to dig in this cave next and I haven't heard back. There's a mutant there. Can you check up on him and return my shovel? It is Kitten, yeah. It is too loud, but I like that it's too loud. It seems to be the only thing, unlike the first game, where the audio is genuinely over the top. But in the first game, like, chopping trees was over the top, and... oh, them wooden walls that you used to have to get through. I used to apologise before I even hit them. No, this is a different one, Chaz. This smelt like a dead end at first, but maybe I have missed the shovel in here. Maybe there was a shovel down here this whole time. Lads, have you got a shovel? No? Shovel? No? I'm trapped. Any holes on the floor? There's a zip line that goes across, and I'm going to cross over here, but last time I was over here, there was no shovel or anything. It was just a watery section that needed the rebreather, but maybe I just didn't look hard enough. I really want a shovel. I'm sick of not having a shovel and finding things that need a shovel. As unrealistic as this is, because you would just make a... if something was buried, you could find a way to dig with any piece of stone or anything, right? Do it with your bloody bare hands, or, as we always used to do, just use your heel. Okay, a lot of heels. Surely this is the guy that had the shovel. No, because he said I was coming down here to dig, didn't he? And we're not digging. The military weren't digging, were they? Where the fuck is a shovel? Reeps, good afternoon. I'm looking for a shovel and I'm stuck. Apparently there's a shovel in it. Should I try and go for a long swim? See if I can actually do this swim without a rebreather. Still no fucking shovel. And that's back to the start again. Do I have a kind of like, maybe I can swim across to the other side. You've got to dig for the shovel. I wouldn't put it past a forest game to have logic that backwards. Oh, the flashlight works underwater, does it? No? So the map is leading you to a shovel, or that you use a shovel here. I've not found anywhere that requires me to use a shovel here, but the map... oh, there's a massive hole in the bottom, but... I can't see where I'm going. I might drown. Okay, this torch is not the best way to see underground. It just says to go and recover the shovel, Chaz, so... I don't know. Let's get this thing out. Surely this thing. Does it work underwater? Not the torch, but the little light. No? Oh god, it's so fucking deep. I can't see. Yeah, this was... Did I survive? Oh, I didn't survive. Where am I? Oh, I'm in the cannibal... The cannibals found me. And they put me in one of their sperm goo things. That is important somehow. I don't know what that stuff is. Where am I now? And I left my gear. There's like spittle stuff. And I don't know what it is, but the cannibals put you in it. Yeah, it looks like Shelob's webbing stuff. Can you move the lamps on the floor? I don't think so. All you can do is just turn them on and off. So that's off. Maybe there's a puzzle here or something? But I think I just need the rebreather, but... Was I supposed to have the rebreather before I get the shovel? Because this is like a... It's essentially map design, like a Metroidvania, you know, where you don't have... The whole map is open, but you can't, like, get... You need some kind of ability or tool to get to the next stage. It's a bit like that. So I've hit the point where it's inaccessible without the rebreather. But where the fuck is the rebreather? Yeah, that's the one, Azar, yeah. It would have been a lot better. Like, I don't know if I agree with that choice to, like, personify it. Like, there it is, look at that seamany stuff. It's like gooey shit. Because the dragons in WoW are a lot less cool when they've got human forms and stuff. I don't know whether the Tolkien universe needed that. There's no shovel down here, is there? Let me go back outside and I'll see if there's another cave that matches the description. To get back up onto the zipline or something. Got legs for days. They go all the way to her thorax. Found a Bethesda bug. I don't hate it given the whole Sauron Anatar thing, but it's also not as if that series was incredibly faithful to the lore as a whole. No, that's true, that's true. But as the first time you might properly like interact with Shelob in a video game, it's hardly a cool way of finally seeing it, right? New Aragon? What do you mean? Oh shit, why did I try sleeping thinking that was sensible? Oh god, because there's babies. If it's just babies, I can deal with that, but I did actually get a relatively good amount of sleep. Let's just leave. Oh, it's not just babies, I saw a lady's boobs. There's a Hunt for Gollum film coming out. Is that just rumoured, or... Do I know about that? Oh, it was a game, wasn't there, something Gollum? Because that's maybe what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I think with a lot of things that you really love, you need to have your own personal canon, right? I've cornered myself. Don't fall off a cliff. You idiot, you fucking idiot. That's fine, though. Oh, I shouldn't have slept at night, should I? Well, I'm kind of without any direction suddenly. Andy Serkis is directing it, Ian McKellen is back, and Elijah Wood. Good thing Elijah doesn't age. So, if it's the Hunt for Gollum, it happens between the first chapter of the book and the third? Fourth? So Elijah Wood is going to be this... No, I bet what it is because he's not involved in the Hunt for Gollum. I bet he's... Like, I bet there's going to be some bullshit where he's an old Frodo telling the story. Like old Dandelion in the Witcher books. Have I got in a big friggin' circle? Alright, let's just run for home. Led by Colbert. Supposed to be the story of Gollum getting captured for Jamaica. Yeah, so between Bilbo's party... In the 9 years between Bilbo's party and them setting off and leaving the Shire, there's a whole thing where Aragorn and Gandalf hunt for Gollum. Frodo's not involved in the hunt for Gollum. Oh, you sweet summer child. Is he? Am I wrong and he's not just sat in the Shire while they fuck off and go and help? If I remember correctly, it takes place in the future with Sam's kids, and they're hearing a story of the... There you go, Chaz. Yeah. Guess that was the good guess. Legolas didn't have a love triangle in The Hobbit. Oh, I see. You're agreeing with me. But assuming the series won't, yeah. I think, like Chaz says, that was the guess. I think that's not a bad guess that it's a story being told, because in the unfinished Tales thing, there is actually a recounting of the story. I think it's in Minas Tirith, where Gandalf sits down and tells the story to them all. Jamie Dornan is Aragorn. We have Henry Cavill at home. They also won't be using information left out of the book. They're going to add chapters as well, also not changing the information from the movie. Yes. Yeah, because it's only really in like hints, and then that little like discussion in the unfinished tales. That's the only reason we know anything about that, right? And the stuff in the Shadows of the Past chapter. Yeah, it's like a bit like the Rings of Power thing, right? As much as the Second Age is absolutely scarce of information, and I'd love to know more. I don't want to know anything that isn't Tolkien's writings. Like, the films are 10 out of 10. Undeniable 10 out of 10s, but you have to treat them as, like, side canon, because there's a lot that's very different. Plus, it's, like, modern production, right? And I don't think the modern sensibilities really lend to adaptations now, which is a shame, because that's all they can do. Yeah, I don't know. It's easy to ignore stuff now, right? There's flashes of brilliance in Rings of Power, like almost everything involving the dwarves, which, if anything, just makes it more frustrating of how shit the rest of it is. Yeah, that's it, right? The tantalising bits that were almost good make you feel even worse for trying, sometimes. Right, I've made it home. That was a dumb evening out. Good. Okay, it's morning. I've made it. And I'm now, again, completely void of leads. I was confident for a second there. Oh, the Premier League might be soon. I remember watching a video of Stephen Colbert talking about it. I was excited because he was a part of it, but when I finished the video, I was like, I don't know if I like this plan. Then, like, 99% of the comments of people saying, why are they doing it like this? It's a world we all love, and because we love it, it's just a teat to be milked now. If Tolkien's not involved, then what's the point, right? Or at least for me. It's like, I'm not interested in the world of Middle-earth. I'm interested in Tolkien's canon. Like, that's what interests me. So if there's anything outside of that, then it's outside of my interests. Please don't be like The Hobbit. I've said this a million times, I'll say it again. The Hobbit films are better than the Hobbit books. Book. Sorry, I'm coming a bit late here. Colbert is in the talk show guy. Oh, it's Stephen Colbert. I didn't realise that. Right, is there anything here that points to a rebreather? Not even coming what my team has been finding in this side of the island. Surveyors going missing, workers turning up dead. I saw your little tape get off my island. Was the Colbert Report. Never heard anyone call him Stephen. Oh, is it Steve Colbert? I thought it was Stephen this whole time. Talk shows don't exist in the UK, so forgive my ignorance. He's super Lord of the Rings nerd, so he's taking part in the new stuff coming out. He is that I do know about it. Blow the wall out, you'll be able to sneak in. That we tried, that was a dead end. Edward Puffton and his family are still missing. Authorities still looking for clues. I just thought it was Stephen, not Steve Colbert. Has it always been Steve Colbert? And I'm just mad. I thought it went by Stephen. We did detect an unusual burst 7 months ago. Readings were similar to what we would see in a brief dimensional switch. That doesn't look like a location on the island. Sahara is able to fund me in a way Puffton never would. I'm heading back to see what's left. That doesn't mention a rebreather. Keep an eye out for one of the Puffton's old research contacted. Timmy LeBlanc, the kid with the mutant arm. He's also looking for the cube. Andy Serkis direct is the question I have. Can he direct? Has he done anything before? Yeah, that's no mention of a rebreather. Haven't slept in 3 months. There is something in the caves. No mention of a rebreather. No mention of the rebreather. We found it and broke it into 6 parts. I've killed the others. Again, interesting, but no mention of a rebreather. The piece isn't here. This is the wrong cave. The others are resting below. No mention of fucking rebreather. That's interesting, because this is what makes me think there's another dimension under. The Hobbit movies are cartoony. They're less cartoony. The reason I like them is because they're significantly less cartoony than the book. Because the story that's being told in the Hobbit films is really interesting. But because the book is for, like, under 8s, it's just a big cartoon. So the films tried to give that story the respect that the Lord of the Rings got, like a more adult take. But because the book was so goofy and cartoony, it tried to sit in between. So it's better than the book in that respect as an adult reader. And it covers a lot more of the stuff that happened. But it's still got that... it's like stuck in the middle. It's too close to the source material to be good, I think. As somebody that cares a lot about that book. Yeah. What's an under 8? Are they related to them Underhills? Under 8? I thought I said Undertale for a second. My workers are having a lot of trouble getting anywhere inside these caves. It's complete darkness. We need lighting. It's a safety hazard. Light it up like a Christmas tree. Again, no mention of a rebreather. And then we're all the way back to the start. I can't progress without a rebreather. But no clues I've found so far point to a rebreather. Underhill's the name that... Sorry, Sothan. Underhill's the name that Gandalf told him to use when they left the Shire. Puffton refuses to acknowledge what this place is, not even counting my team. See, none of this is mentioning a rebreather. I need a rebreather to progress. Now, I can't do the shovel thing because I need a rebreather in the cave that I'm supposed to be going in for the shovel. What is this game trying to do to me? We're following the notes based on timestamps, or does that not matter? I'm just going based on basic clues, Chaz, but the timestamps seem to be all over the place. Like, I found some recently that were from before the other thing. Oh, under 8, I'm with you. Sorry, Sothan. It's your fault. I don't know where we're going. Got no way of knowing. Riding on the road to nowhere. I don't want this playthrough to just resort to me like wandering about looking for holes and stuff. There must be a cave around the area where the shovel... Because the shovel is on that purple thing, right? Can you even see that on your screen? I appreciate it. I forget I cover it. That purple thing is where I need to dig. That's the only actual waypoint on the map, is that purple thing. The rest of it is stuff I've put down. but I need a shovel to get under it. And unless I've missed it, I just can't find... I don't know. Aqua, sleep well. I always take the fork in the cave from yesterday. I know, but I don't know where that is now, Chad. Honestly. Like, you've got too much faith in my memory. In that combat cave, could you remember which fork it was that I didn't take if I was to remember the entrance to that? And well, you would fucking help me remember then, big boobs. I'm going to go to this cave in the north because it's the closest one here, and we'll search this. It's the closest one to the thing, you know. Yeah, I was referring to Chaz by his actual Christian name, yeah. I don't know if you've got boob slaughters in the forest. I just assume I've got massive ones, but you can't see because of all the armour. What's going on up there? What's up there? Off up there. It's probably cannibals, and I'll be running like a maniac in seconds. I've not seen Kelvin today, have we? Hello, are you cannibals up here? The drawing. Pick the drawing up, you pervert. I want that drawing. What was that drawing of? Mates? No, I need 3 sticks. Oh no. Okay, right, plan. Plan requires calm. Sticks. Sticks. One more sticks. The drop sticks now. Sticks. I need a stick. Please, game. A single stick. Oh. Yes. Right. Okay, back to the trap. Complete the trap. Nope, that was bad. Okay, jump the trap. Let Boyo try and run at me. No, because his mates are coming from behind. Go on. What? Oh, he got him. Look how effective the traps are. All right. Fucking traps are unbelievable. I'm going to take a lot of damage though. That's another one killed, I think. No, the trap didn't spring. Okay, stay away from this ones that throw spears. Ow. Traps are done. Thoughts? Dishonour upon your bloodline for 7 generations, fighting in such an underhanded manner. What the fuck? Come on, mate. Come fight me. Oh, his wife died. Never mind. Good, alright. Any loot bags or whatever? Nerf me, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Oh, shit. Yeah, I think there's some jungle warfare bullshit going on. You're right, that's what it's based on. That the Predator. Wow, that guy just skipped over it, though. Oh, fuck. Oh. Okay. There is a lot of cannibals there, though, so as good as this trap is. Okay, that's another one it killed. I wonder if these camps just spawn endless. That's a big lad. Bye. Well, they're all big. What the fuck is he doing? Alright. Yeah, the big ones just walk over the traps. Tempted to look at the VOD to find the cave, but I don't think either of us will want to do it that way, yeah. I messed up their skull decorations. Right, what did I want while I was here? In fact, let me quickly let's just see what was in this skin pouch. These are like loot boxes you get from the... it doesn't make sense. Stop. If you're thinking that doesn't make sense, we're all thinking it. Oh, I threw their fucking heels on the floor. Take them, actually. I've got time in their camp. Look, they're chaining mutants up. Oh my god, I threw a rock at that guy. That was unfair. Right, duct tape in. Oh, I've got no sticks for fucking armour. Okay, bullets and just some random stuff. What's that? Tap. There's a tap. Alright, I need to keep pressing on. I've basically just ruined all of my armour right there. It is funny though. Very high demand for attention. A Velcro baby. Though could hear just a couple of dogs, which could be a challenge. You might be thinking of Garth's. Garth's just had a baby. Dougie's having twins. I think Garth's just had a child, I think. It's not a cave, Chaz, no. It's just a base for some reason. If you get close enough, the caves actually pop up a little marker on your screen. I did get all my armour chopped there, though. Just robbing their shit right in front of them. That was ballsy. I did use one of them traps to murder about 7 of them, though. I think if the cannibals are spawning and they aren't... Chaz, if there was, I'm going back. If the cannibals that are spawning around the base, because they're a lot less of a concern, because there's usually only a small amount of them, but they're never the big ones. So... I could use one of them traps very effectively to stay safe around the base, right? Even in winter. So I could still live in my house in winter. Alright, everybody. I'm going back to go and check if Chaz was right and he saw a cave entrance at the base of this rock. If it's not true, hold him enormously accountable. There's Garth's. Garth's welcome to the stream. Just talking about you, because Kitten Confused reaps with you, who's just had a young 15. That's not hull-based language. How do you expect me to understand? Right, there's no cave there, Chaz. This is the trap area. They've rebuilt the trap. That guy, I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know what I'm saying. Garth's, good afternoon. Oh, they've got a vagina monster on a stick. Set that free. Go on, go chop all the cannibals, and you. Right, a little bit of chaos, then we can leave. Yeah, I don't think there is one here, Chaz. Do the 2nd in August, that's the one. Wait, is that new news? It might not be. If it's due in August, it was in December. Yeah, I remember you announcing it during Minecraft. Yeah. Which was in like December, turn of the century. I might have told you 5 years ago. Not meant new news that you was expecting another, but that's what you've recently told us. Yeah. You must have some potent Celt. Oh, it's become word of the week again. Did you your third never? Yeah, that was disgusting. I think I saw the corner. I was thinking it was deep, but didn't lead to anything. Yes, yeah, like most of our souls. Is this another cannibal camp? Imagine if there's just a shovel in this camp. Shovel. Batteries. Watch. Shovel. 9mm ammo I'll take. An old camp with laptops and stuff in it. A lot of wristwatches. 9mm ammo is good. Batteries I don't need. For that guy. Money, canned food. Drawings of the island? Shooting Celt left, right. Potent Celt. I didn't, Chaz. No, I'm trying to get the shovel so I can dig in. I can uncover the only quest waypoint on the map, because when you go to it, it has can't dig here, need a shovel, and there's clues in the as if there is a shovel somewhere, but I can't get the shovel without a rebreather, and now I don't know where a rebreather is. So I'm just going to go from like cave that we've explored to cave and see if I can find the rebreather in there. As far as I can tell, you can't craft the rebreather, right? What if I've already got one? Surely a rebreather. Look, I've already got the air tanks and stuff that you would need for it. What gentleman's head? A rebreather or something to breathe underwater. This game is just, I feel like I've missed a clue. I would take an umbrella if I were you, Kin. What led you to the mystery cave with the split path? My mind can't get past that fork in the cave. That was what I've been describing as the combat cave. I think I could probably get back to that, so maybe on Monday that's what we focus on. We'll do a raid on the combat cave and we'll try to remember how to turn left, which is about as easy as I can. Which I'm sure is not as easy as we're making it out to be, but we'll struggle through. Because you're right, it is one lead of a very short list of leads. Martin, good afternoon. Right, let me go have a walk up here. Let's just, before I go in this cave, because we can do the whole glider bullshit, but before I go in this cave, let me just remind myself of the shovel discovery that we made. Because this is killing me at this point. Sharp cliffs. Cave entrances, maybe. Anything of interest? Some baskets down by the water. By the balaclava. To avoid splashing. The shop was out of baklava, so it was a substitute. Can't go up here, can I? No. Cave? Oh, I was confident there was a cave then, because it looked like some... What is that? Some kind of primitive barbecue. Is that a chair made of... King in the castle, king in the... That's some scorn shit right there, isn't it? Get rid of that. Auntie, welcome to the stream. The auger chair. Are we thinking then that the shovel... This camp's empty, I'm going to rob the shit out of it. That the shovel is near the area where you need to do a shovel? Chair has cheeks to rest your cheeks. It's like instructions. Careful what you might sit on. I've already accidentally eaten part of a human in this playthrough, so... It'd be hypocritical of me to be fazed by that, I suppose. Right, there's nothing here. But look, it's got all the spitty, gooey, semen-y stuff all over it. What is that? Mate, you don't know where... That's a mutant, look. You don't really get a chance to look at these very often. This isn't a cannibal, this is something to do with what the Puffdons are doing in the facility underneath the island. They're taking his willy off. Ed Gain was the designer, apparently. That seat looked comfy at least, had extra padding. You can sit on your ass or someone else's. Alright. Yeah, let's go in this cave. I'm right at this cave. Let's have one last look in this cave. Grabbed poison ivy and your ring finger is tingly. That's because Augur's going to propose later. It's like some... It's a sign. Alright, is the lead theory then, for those that haven't played the game before, that we've missed something? And maybe I was supposed to pick some note up that said, here's the rebreather. Or maybe I was supposed to... Maybe there was some fucking message or some tutorial that popped up that said, press T to equip your rebreather while underwater. I've always had one this whole time. Maybe I'm supposed to take Kelvin down into whatever cave, and then we're supposed to do that thing where we put our mouths together and breathe back and forth so we can survive for like 20 seconds before we die of poison ourselves. It's the Hungarian-Romanian Union. That's hard, isn't it? Make out. Oh, it does feel like we're in Saved by the Bell, kitten. We're making out. Getting off with one another, that's what... Maybe if you eat enough human flesh, you'll have a metaphysical revelation and become a willy monster. Oh yeah, the willy monsters. Hey, they were unstoppable in the first game. Remember that stupid shit we saw? I lost faith in the whole game when that willy monster turned up. That was like my breaking point. I had all these theories built up and I was like, this is going to be some cool reveal. This is building towards something. This is pretty good. Then I saw the willy monster and my soul fell out of my bottoms. And I just thought, I don't care anymore, whatever the answer is. Let's jump the shark. Who's bottom, though? That's the big question. Wolves. Sorry, I'm just making grass pants. Bear with me. Lovely. Right, I need to... I didn't get me this time, did you, stupid shit bats? Now... Got to build a place to save. But you can't really do this close to the... You can't do it close to the caves. I do it anywhere, apparently. What? Hello? You alright, ma'am? Yeah, you're alright, are you? I don't mean to disturb you. You can wiggle about as much as you got no sticks. You can wiggle about as much as you need to over there. I'm slipping to get a stick. Need to find someone to create a Doomhaus. Yowie. What's a Yowie? Explain to somebody that's not always online. Yaoguai. Oh, Isaiah, I've lost faith in the franchise now. You've mentioned a willy monster again. was terrible. The game, honestly, I'd have enjoyed that game more if I hadn't seen that. Like, it took about 40% off my final score. Yaoi is Boys Love is a Japanese genre of media, manga, anime, and novels focused on romantic or sexual relationships between male characters, often created by women for female audiences. Originated in the 70s, the term is portmanteau of Yamanashi and Ochinami. Oh, yeah. No climax, no point, no meaning. It's originally referring to the amateur plot-like erotic fanfiction. My life is suddenly enriched for having that information there, Auntie. Thank you. The original Forest Reach, there was a we found out the actual monster was called like Steve or something. Didn't Trim Google it at some point? And it was just like a load of really what's this? Puff Corp outbids Sahara Therapeutics for remote island. The location of the island is still unknown. Lawyers are under strict NDA regarding the sale. Was it called John? That's it. Yeah, go Google John the Forest. There's a running joke about yaoi authors and their characters having hilariously large hands. The authors had large hands. Closely watched auction that went down to the wire. Pharmaceutical giant Puff Corp has successfully outbid its rival Sahara Therapeutics for exclusive rights to a remote, uninhabited island. The island will serve as a base for groundbreaking anti-aging research, a new frontier in medical science. We've read this, haven't we? We know that they've bought this because apparently it's good. They want to set up some anti-aging research on it. Their character stubbler. Examples still show up if you Google yaoi hands. So your sentence reads, just for the record, I remember there was a running joke about yaoi authors and their characters having hilariously large heads. My reading was correct, and your writing was correct, but it's a bit of a flaw in the English language where it did make it look like he was talking about the authors having large heads as well. So they put large hands on the characters. I'll pass, Auntie, if that's right. Hang on, let me open this. Please give me a shovel in this. Hey, this might be a zipline locked cave if I remember. I don't get a wire out, we need that. Right, we're in this cave now. Can I find... I mean, if the blockage in this is not water, but a zipline or combat, then I might be able to push through. There's a lot of these early caves that I explored, I gave up on because it was expecting me to fight. And I was... frankly, shit at the forest and couldn't find. Right, find me a shovel or a blue keycard. What did I just hear? I heard something running. Is it bat wings or is it... What time is it? Okay, I haven't got an enormous amount of time. If it's cannibals that are blocking the progression in this cave, then I'm strong enough to tackle certain challenges like that now. Sothan likes writing fan fiction. He could write the Doomhaus. Yeah, we. Ah, it's swimming. Look. Shit. Or it might not be. Yeah, do you have a shovel? Chaz, what if this is left in that tunnel? Shut! Oh, it's a... Or not. Fucking... Oh, I'm so excited. Fucking hell. Okay, I'm going to take a drastic action here. I'm going to make a sticky bomb. I'm going to need a watch, some wire, duct tape, coins, and the next brick of explosives. Get paddling. It's my new boat. I didn't realise I was being wailed on. I've thrown that the wrong direction completely. That did nothing to help my cause, and now I'm stuck up here. What am I going to do up here? Oh my god, get slapped apparently. Right, okay, run. That was foolish. That was all going well until it went really badly. There's so many of them down there. Look at them. Alright, think about this sensibly. What we're going to do is, we're going to light a flare, we're going to throw it, and it's going to land in that water and go out. No, good. Alright, this is progress. It might not look like it right now, it might look like a man flapping. Then we'll throw a grenade down there and it might blow that guy up. It did. Didn't kill him though. Okay, these guys are notoriously resistant to headshots. Okay, vagina monster, we can cope with that. This gun's not doing anything, is it? The headshots don't do nothing. Right. Back to the grenade tactic. Don't just turn around and run away. Fucking dickhead of the creatures. Nice. Vagina monster's destroyed. To stay away from Yowie, I'm done more in Red Dead. Opossums and skunks are the bane of my existence. Spent 2 hours trying to find a 3-star for the perfect carcass so I can send them to the hunter request. I don't remember any of this, you know. I don't think, yeah, like, I'm not quite sure of the references, like, I think it's been so long now that my favourite game of all time is, like, fading into that period where you can play it again. Without enough, much memory. Still read it as R2-D2. I'm actually writing a paper right now. It would be really catching the professor off guard if it suddenly started getting into a gay subplot, especially considering the fact it's maths. Are you saying there's no room for homosexuality in maths, so how dare you? I can't replay it, I like it too much. I don't think I'll ever replay it. My first playthrough is the only canon I'm interested in now, and I don't want to change it at all. It's like going back to an X. It'll never be as good as you remember it the first time. Probably will, but still. Alright, I've cleared out some stuff, but there's still some stuff. What ending did you get? I don't know what other endings there are, so I can't really say, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'd be a bit anxious to go into it. Apparently it does reaps, yeah. I don't think it has multiple endings in the way that a lot of things do, because multiple endings usually mean lower quality endings, right? But there's just more of them, but I think there's probably variation.
In the Filipino language of Tagalog, a phrase for leaving something up to fate is to leave it all to Batman.
What has Batman got to do with fate? Jamie, welcome to the stream. I didn't realise Tagalog was Filipino. I thought Tagalog was one of the Indian ones. Shows how much I know. Jamie, good afternoon. It's been a while since I've had to die. I'm going to die. Fuck! No, 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 no. Right, I can't see where he's got to. I've got no, like, proper way of getting out there and chopping stuff anymore. I guess I could do Molotovs, but... one more grenade. I could make some sticky bombs, but then I'd have to get the, like, I'd have to get the stealth attack, wouldn't I? Arrows I have. Leave it to Batman, but he's always asking Harvey Dent, can we trust him? He can't decide. Have I just fallen through the map? No. Flare went cold. Right, I think we only have this gentleman. If he stays there, let's see if I can make another... sticky bomb. Because if I can chuck a sticky bomb on his back, then that's everything cleared out of this cave. Right, wish me luck. He's gone. All that fucking effort and he left. He's coming back. Can he see me? I need him to like go over there and stand still for a bit, but he's not going to do it. But he won't come this far because I think the water's like a little bit too deep for him. There, stood still. Imagine. No, he's moved again. Yeah, that water's just too deep. So if he, yeah, stand still there. Did I hit him? I think I've hit him. Right, is there any more? Oh God, I definitely hit him. And then some. I think there might be another one though. But we're at full health, almost full armour, it's fine. You're a bastard. Oh, there's a bastard. A stuck bastard. And I can make that worse for him if he fancies it. I think he's golfed. Yeah, he's golfed. I'm alright with this. Is it a waste? Yes. Nice! Alright, area cleared. We're now into a new area of cave that I've never been before. I really want to get back to base, but I've got 15 minutes and I'm miles away. Okay, can I make some massive discovery? Some fish. I'll eat a raw fish. Wait, have they been down here fishing? I'm looking after that one ring they've got. Chad's left or right? We've got a left or right choice. I wouldn't mind if he took me out to the surface, but there's a lot of semen on the walls, as we've been calling it. You know what? I've not got time for this and I need to get back home. We have a cave and I've cleared out the biggest, the most prominent combat thing we've come across so far. This lot will remain dead if I remember how the forest works. So, on Monday, when we return to the game, we go into the cave, Beachhead Cave we'll call it, because it's on a bit of a beachy bit. Then, we need to do both paths. But unfortunately, running out of time. I need to get back to base for the good of FCI more than anything. Alright. We've made some progress, but I need a rebreather really badly. Get a rebreather and that unlocks about 15 caves. And anybody that's played a Metroidvania before will know exactly what I mean, what that feels like when you finally get that thing that gives you access to all these other areas on the map. Okay, it's dark though, that's a problem. Am I going to be alright sleeping on the beach? There's a chance I might get attacked. What? It's 9, it's like 10 PM. Chances of me being able to sleep here without getting attacked by a bastard. I'll tell you what I should do actually, let's go back in the cave and I'll make a safe bed in there where I can't get disturbed in the night. And then I need to make an absolute speed run for the surface. Tomorrow, everybody, we're going back to Finland. And apparently there's been an update. I don't know what's been added. But multiple people have said it's a pretty big one. Do I have a stick to make? Just like Valheim. The one thing I'm always missing is a single plank of wood or a stick. Or the most basic friggin' resource is the one thing I never have enough of. Every project stops because somebody needs what? Oh, there's fucking camels. Right, get the stick and just get back down the hill. It's actually easy to see at night time. I was alright till I learned what yaoi meant. But it's not because of the content of it either, it's just because it just feels too internet for my brain. I deserve better. You lot have let me down. Can I? Okay, that stick stays there apparently. Right, can I sleep? Good, alright. Now it should be daylight out here. I know what you deserve. Okay. That's rotten. Get rid of that rotten meat, we don't need it. Let's eat these little stupid cubes. In fact, I'll just have an MRE. I've always got too much Chrisman and Stubbly Yowie. From what it sounds like, the people that make this stuff make it because they don't get to live it out in real life. Whereas what you're describing there is my everyday. Right. How do I get home fast? I've got 9 minutes to cross half the island. You had an ex that was very into yaoi. What does that mean for a heterosexual relationship? Stubber is too busy with August's subtly homoerotic watch list. I like the idea that August still can delude himself into thinking that anything he ever does is subtle. Right, I need a high cliff top because I'm going to do some stupid jumping. I'm going to run this way. Let's get the glider out and see if I can get it started now. I've got a long distance to travel and not a long... No, I haven't really. It's just behind me. Oh. Okay, the house is like a 2-minute walk away. No, wait. There was something I wanted to do before I go home. So the goal for next week is... beach, cave, north, fully explore. We have a lead. Is he right, Stubbler Chrisman Yowie? Did you have to play role play? Never, no, but however, after we broke up, she found a guy with my first surname. 7-8. Fucking hell. August Big Bum Gallery. Right. I want to fly home, but there's no need to fly home. I think we just run. I want that thing. What was that thing called that I was riding around on that was like the wheel on the shopping trolley? That thing was fast as dicks. Difficult to control. What are you? Oh, just a bunch of midsummer people dead. You don't have a shovel, do you, everybody? Is this just the same asset, copy and pasted, but just flipped around a bit? No. Okay, there's actually some difference. What's the logo they've got on them? Something stars? Suns something stars? Sons of the Forest might be that might be the cult or something that the Midsummer people belong to. Don't know where they fit in. Seems like Sons of the Stars, yeah. So we have the Puftons, which seem to be the corporation that are in charge of the research into anti-aging pharmaceutical products on the island. And the corporation therein, or related to it. Then we seem to have those people that are like some, I don't know, some cult or something. But here's the thing. If there's massive like entertainment and leisure services in the bunkers under the island, maybe these people aren't some ancient cult or whatever, and they might just be some people that like booked a room for the afternoon when whatever's happened. But I found not another living human other than like Kelvin and the few people that we landed with. But the helicopters are still flying around and they have absolutely no interest in saving or helping anyone. They might be like the radioactive cult from Fallout. They turn themselves into cannibals. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, I don't get it. But I'm 30 hours deep and I've currently learnt nothing that might help me understand. I'm struggling. Anyway, we've made it back to base. See? All of you lot said Stubbler's just going to spend this whole fucking stream building. How much building have you seen going on? None. Absolutely none. Because I've simply not had time to bullshit. I've spent 90 minutes at the start of the stream building. Hunting deer. So... Oh, this fucking dickhead's not going to go anywhere. Wow, you are direct. You kicked me logs. What? That felt disrespectful in a weird way. As a sequel to the first game, I 100% Kathy Rain. Oh, first game to the sequel. A sequel to the first game you 100%ed. There's lots, but I'm building an invoice template, so that probably doesn't count. See, it's a building stream. It actually is now, look. I've done some building. Can't do me for it. Lovely. Right, well, I've come home. And we don't have a shovel yet. That was the goal for the week. I don't have the blue key card yet. That was the goal for the week. But we have a lead. We have a cave to search. And if the rebreather is in that cave, then we can get the shovel. And then with the shovel, we can finally go to the first quest marker and progress the story somewhat. Fuck this game sometimes. That's our item building. I'll build your ass if you're not careful, Chaz. Right, let's stock up the fire and let's maybe cook some fish. Get some fish on the drying. Oh, there's already fish on the drying rack. We'll replace the fish, I think. And just start building for next week. Lovely. Oh, I tell you another thing I can do. Oh shit. Let me eat you. It's been on this drying rack, dead for weeks, still wiggling. It's fucking cool. No room for other fish. We'll have a raw arm on there, yeah, lovely. We'll have that meat on there too. Okay, I've got no room for raw fish. I've released them back into the wild. Look how happy they are, swimming away. Go free, little heroes. Jesus. Speaking of eating fish, I recently got into eating sardines. They're not as gross as they look. That's the best review you could have of food. Right, radio. I can put the radio down as far as I can tell. Where do we put the radio? Next to the bed? Or do I build a table for the radio? I put it backwards. Fucking idiot. Very quiet. Well, we have a lead. I am now a lot stronger than I used to be at the start of the week. I have a house, humble as it may be. We've learned how to hunt, we've learned how to build, we've learned how to zip line. But we've still not found the puffins. That's going to have to carry on next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for Sons of the Forest. But that's going to be enough for today. Thank you all for joining. I will see you all on Monday for more. Tomorrow, we're going back to Finland. Because apparently Mr. Topless Gun has added some new shit. And we're going to try and fix that clutch and get ready for the Junior Cup. For now, though, thank you. Ooh. Has OBS crashed? Oh my god, I thought the whole PC looked like it crashed then. Did the stream pause? Jesus. It's supposed to be super nutritious to the point where some people can eat it for months and be fine. Speaking of eating fit, what? Sardines? Get mercury poison. It did crash. It was like saving and exiting. Oh damn, you all look like a cult now. Look at that. All in step. I imagine their eyes just whited over and they just stared forward. Trim thinks it's the password for marbles now, knobheads. Right, speaking of marbles, let's go pick a winner and let's get out of here, shall we? If you'd like to join for marbles, it will be a single run and it will be in probably 60 seconds. Right. Yesterday was Castle Siege, wasn't it? Where my heart was broken. Was it 6-4 who won right at the death? Yesterday was annoying. Augur went and managed to pick the stupidest map in the game, and 6-4 took the point, leading the Greens to almost, for the first time this year, being 10 points clear. This is frustrating. If you are in the Doomhaus Discord and you'd like to potentially win today's point, get the golden name, and be everybody's hero, or at least half the place's hero, then you must simply type the password. I'll give you a marble, and if your marble wins, again, you get all of the above. The password for today is... fish. Go. More importantly, I missed marbles yesterday on the best track ever. You wasn't sad to miss it, Alkarian, I'm sure. Damn chat restrictions not letting me type the exact same message again to be annoying and spam. Did it actually? Good work, chat restrictions. Alright, we've got Anti for the oranges, Azar for the greens, Sothan for the greens, Satan for the oranges, Reaps for the greens, Alkarion for the oranges, Trim for the greens, Bear for the greens, Cheeky for the oranges, Martin for the greens, Jamie for the greens, 6-4 for the greens, Lundios, welcome to the stream, for the greens, Chaz for the greens, Taxlack, good afternoon, for the oranges, Shaggy Dan for the oranges. Santa for the greens. Gwynblade for the greens. Garths for the greens. Dougie, good morning, good afternoon, or whatever, for the greens. Right, 20 marbles into the race. First person to pick it up is one special level. Go. We have Anti, Azar, Sothan, Satan, Reaps, Alkarion, Trim, Bear, Cheeky, Martin, Jamie, 6-4, Lundios, Chaz, Tag Slack, Shaggy Dan, Santa, Gwynblade, Garths, and Dougie. 6 oranges. And 14 greens, more than double. Fucking oranges having a life. It's not stopped you, has it, greens? Alright, Anti says 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, it's not picked us a stinker. Space Race is the name of the level. 20 marbles, enter Eurovision to play for. 3, 2. Fucking oranges. Alright, greens could, and by the sound of things, very likely will get 10 points clear for the first time this year. Good luck, everybody. Who is it then that needs to get points today? That is a big hand, I've just noticed. Right, Cellist, Anti, Lundios, Mazak, Shaggy Dan, and 6-4 to get above the Eurovision line with a win today. We have Shaggy Dan and Anti, both orange. Come on, you two, I'm on your side suddenly. Wait, that's not the castle track. It's a good thing you promised moves, but it's a good thing I didn't actually, that's true. Oh god, Reaps out very early. Is this your first point of the year potentially, Reaps, if you can get it? Cheeky's got left, Jamie's up here as well. Dougie, Lundios, Gwyn, this is so green. Oranges, just don't fall off, that's all I ask. Alkarion is in the lead on that side. Anti has fallen, Anti will not be winning this today. 4 greens went off with him though, so we're down to 5 oranges. And there's greens dying in the background all over the place. This is good. But tags like Satan and Shaggy Dan are too far at the back. Come on, Alkarion, you're in the lead at the moment. You're the orange's only hope right now. Alkarion gets the drop. He does better than 6-4. Oh no, Cheeky's right behind him. I didn't realise Cheeky was there as well. Come on, oranges, do the unlikely. Satan and Santa, both neck and neck on this middle path, vying to make my job more confusing on commentary. Azar, Bear, Trim getting the drop though, ahead of the others. Azar could do the damage. It's got to be Cheeky or Alkarion. Where's the rotten look for the oranges? It's coming somewhere. There it goes. Cheeky goes wide though. Good speed from Cheeky, but he's not going to beat Azar and Trim into the spinner. Cheeky, you have to have a perfect spinner, because if you don't, one of the greens will. There it goes. All the oranges filtered out by the spinner. 5 greens now in the top 5. And which one's going to get the win? I might have to check the scores on that. That looked terribly close. It's given Trim currently. But we're going to have to check. If the scores are even, as this is the rule of normal, if the scores have the same number, then we're going to go to a playoff. As always. Alright, it is a green though. But, no, Trim is your hands down winner. Trim 141985 to Garth's 142035. Tight as dicks though. But no, Trim is your person of the century of the day. We're going to have to cope with Trim's terrible name in Discord for a bit. And the greens go 10 points clear. We have Trim now on 4 points. He's probably qualified for most of the final week there as well. Shit. Also, we have a World Cup coming up this year as well. Right, for now, go like that, go like that. Top 4 were separated by 1/5 of a second. The whole top 4. That's dope. Oh, I've got Trim person of the century of the day, haven't we? Right. Greens, I need to congratulate you. First team to go 10 points clear. The best the Oranges did was 4 at one point, and I think it was last month. But this has been quite the turnaround. Turns out the Oranges having a life when the weather gets better is hurting our fucking chances. Alright, Trim, congratulations. Greens, congratulations. There is the best of March for those that haven't seen it. Enjoy that. For now, however, thank you all for coming as usual. Back to my winter card tomorrow, which we're going to do every Friday until the forest is finished, but I'm starting to warm to this game. I was going to say Slops is live then, but it's not. It's that Slop TV guy we met. Alright, nobody's live right now, but keep an eye out for friends of the Doomhaus that might be live later on. You all know the score. Thank you all for coming. I love you all. Trim, congratulations. But for now, Azar, Alkarion, Trim, Garfs, Martin, Zothan, Tagslack, Reets, Chaz, Auntie, Dougie, Gwynblade, Santa, Shaggy Dan, Tagslack, and everybody else. I love you all. Will somebody give me a final word for today? I mean, that works. Bye!